Welcome to the Smartacus Quiz 2022, the Hindustan Times National Interschool Quiz.
In today's quarterfinal, we find two brilliant young teams from the eastern sector of India. On one side is lined up Krishna Public School from Raipur, and facing them on the other side of the table, as we say, is New Era High School from Gyanchak in Patna. Let us go across to the first school by virtue of alphabetical order of their name, Krishna Public School Raipur. Can we quickly have a round of introductions?
Hello sir, I am Snigdha Mohanty, a student of class 8 and my interests are Indian culture and heritage.
Good evening sir, my name is Pragya Chaudhary and I am from class 10th. Other than quizzing and studies, I like to listen music.
Hello everyone, I am Akshat Goyal from class 10 and I am mainly interested in astronomy and maths.
Let us go across and meet your opponents today. From Gyanchak in Patna, beginning with their youngest member, can the students of New Era High School please introduce themselves?
Good evening, sir. My name is Vanshika and I'm currently reading in class 8 and my interest is in painting.
Good morning, sir. I am Chris and I study in class 9. My current hobby are playing cricket and football along with listening heavy metal music.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Ashnan and I have interest in writing, reading and cooking.
By virtue of being the school higher in the alphabetical order of school name, we will ask Akshat Goyal from Krishna Public School Raipur to choose which side of the coin.
Sir, I will take tails.
Akshat says Krishna Public School guesses tails. Let me flip the coin. Good call. Tails it is. Before we proceed any further, as always, let us show them and everybody who's watching a quick peek at the gameplay, or as we call it, the rules for today's quiz. Their youngest member happens to be Snigdha Mohanty. What shall be your choice of topic to start today's quarterfinal?
Religious leaders.
Your first question on religious leaders coming up now. On the left, you will see an image of a certain place, and there is a very big clue in that picture, which I'm not going to say what that clue is. The question is, which world-famous spiritual or religious leader is based at a place called Makliodganj, which you see on screen, a suburb of Dharamshala in the Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh? And your time starts now.
Sir, the answer to this question is the Dalai Lama.
Snigdha says this should be the Dalai Lama. And what makes you think this could be the Dalai Lama, Snigdha?
Sir, at that time, Dalai Lama, he was first in Tibet, but in Tibet, some kinds of riots happened during that time. So he had to migrate from Tibet to Himachal Pradesh.
Okay, and Dharamshala or Makliodganj is where he settled in, you said. Well, if you see in the foreground of the picture, you will see a lot of Tibetan prayer flags also, which was the clue that I was looking at. Let us see the answer. The Dalai Lama it is. A good 2-pointer to begin the quiz for Krishna Public School, Raipur. Let us go back to the box and show Snigdha her second question. What title, which means sign of Allah or reflection of Allah, is given to Iranian Shiite religious leaders? It is traditionally applied to Islamic scholars who have demonstrated a highly advanced level of knowledge of law, Islamic law and religion. Your time starts now. The keywords here are Iran and reflection of Allah or sign of Allah.
Sir, my answer will be Maulvi.
Maulvi, you said. That's a good guess because a Maulvi is somebody highly respected in Islam, but unfortunately not the answer I'm looking for. For the first bonus attempt of today's quiz, Pragya Chaudhary and Akshat Goyal, 15 seconds beginning now. Who wants to take this?
Sir, is it Khalifa?
Is it Khalifa, says Akshat. That's again a very nice guess because in Islamic theology and religion, the Khalifa is a very important person indeed, but not the answer we are looking for today. The first steal of today's quiz We will now go to Vanshika Singh, Krish Raj, and Ayush Nayan. 15 seconds beginning now. Who wants to take this?
I will be taking this.
Okay.
It's Muhammad.
It's Muhammad, you say, who was the prophet, peace be upon him, who established the religion of Islam. Well, all three good answers. We had somebody saying Maulvi, then somebody came up with Khalifa, which is a brilliant thought, I thought, and somebody saying Muhammad. All three good answers, but not the ones we were looking for today. Let's take the answer. This is the Ayatollah, who is the supreme religious leader of Iran. Earlier, it was Ayatollah Khomeini, and now it is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who is the supreme leader of Iran. Ayatollah means reflection of Allah or sign of Allah. Passing all the way around, nobody gets points. That brings us to the end of Snigdha's topic on religious leaders. Let us go back to the grid and ask the youngest member of New Era High School, Vanshika Singh, which topic would you like to play?
Sir, Europe.
Vanshika, here's your first question on Europe. On the left is an image which is a clue. Wallonia is the French-speaking region comprising the southern part and about a third of the total population of which European country, which is famous amongst other things for waffles, beer, etc., etc. And your time starts now. I'm looking for a European country. Last 15 seconds, Vanshika.
Sir, Belgium.
Vanshika says Belgium. Let's take a look at the answer. Belgium is correct. 2 points to New Era High School, Gyanchak Patna. The second question on Europe coming up now. The two most visited museums in which European capital city famous for a popular royal football team are the Museo Reina Sofia and the Prado. And your time starts now. You can see the two museums on screen. And your time is up. Do we have a guess, Vanshika? No? All right. Going across for a bonus attempt to Krish and Ayush. 15 seconds beginning now.
It will be Madrid in Spain.
Madrid in Spain. And what made you think of Madrid for this guess?
Because I have read in a magazine, it will Museo Reina Sofia is in Madrid.
Okay, you have read in a magazine that the Museo Reina Sofia is in Madrid. That's the one that you see at the bottom of the screen, the Reina Sofia. The Prado, of course, is the one on top. Let's see the answer. Madrid, the capital of Spain, is correct. And the sports team was, of course, to Real Madrid, where Real means royal. Real Madrid being one of the big powerhouses of European football. 1 point to the team from New Era High School, Patna. That brings us to the end of the first two specialized topics played by the youngest members of both these teams. We will quickly move ahead and ask the second person from Krishna Public School, Raipur, their captain, Akshat Goyal. Which topic would you like to choose, Akshat?
Lego of me.
The first question from Lego of Me coming up now. On the left, you will see a black and white image. This is a Lego recreation of a scene from an iconic, satirical, romantic black comedy film in which the lead character or hero struggles to survive in the modern industrialized world of that time. Which movie legend wrote this movie, directed this movie, and also starred in this movie? You can see a Lego representation of that person on screen. Your time starts now. Big clue in that image. Also, it is a black and white image. That is another clue. Last 5 seconds. Take a guess. There are no negatives. Your timer has run out. So, Akshat, can you give me a guess? Which legend from the world of movies am I talking about?
I'll pass.
No? You will pass. No problem. I will respect your decision. Moving across for a bonus attempt to Snigdha and Pragya. 15 seconds beginning now. Take a guess. Who looks like that? Take a close look at that person. Last 3 seconds, KPS.
Sir, I would like to go for this question. Is it Charlie Chaplin?
Snigdha says, is this Charlie Chaplin? She took a good hard look and she's come up with a wild guess called Charlie Chaplin. What makes you think this could be Charlie Chaplin, Snigdha?
Sir, his mustache.
His mustache, she said. Was that a clue? I don't know. Let's take a look at the answer. Charlie Chaplin is correct. What a beauty of an answer that is. In fact, that mustache was the biggest clue, in addition to the fact that this was a black and white photo. On the left, you will see a poster of Modern Times, which is the movie, the Charlie Chaplin movie from which this Lego scene was recreated. And on the right, you will see a still photograph of that very scene from the movie, which was recreated in Lego. For now, we go back to Akshat. The second question on Lego of Me. On the left, you will see an image, which is again a Lego recreation of a famous movie scene. This Lego recreation shows a key scene from a famous 2008 action-adventure movie, which was the fourth movie of a blockbuster hit series from Hollywood. It shows the title character battling against Soviet KGB agents who are searching for a telepathic crystal skull. Either have to tell me the name of the lead character or the name of the entire film series.
Sir, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, you say. And if it is Indiana Jones, which movie do you think this could be?
Sir, I don't remember the movie name.
But what made you think of Indiana Jones? I'm very curious to know.
Middle character is wearing a hat that looks like the character of Indiana Jones.
He is also wearing a sling bag around his chest. And if you look closely, there is a whip in his hand, which is also something that we associate very, very famously with Indiana Jones. Let's show you the answer. Indiana Jones is correct. The rightmost image is that movie in 2008, which was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And the other three, of course, were the earlier movies in that series. A good 2 points are to Akshat, who kind of makes sure that KPS remains in the hunt. We will move across quickly to New Era High School Patna. Ayush, which of these topics would you like to play as your specialized topic?
I will be going for elementary science.
You will be going for elementary from the field of science. The first of your questions, Ayush. On the left, you will see the representation of 4 elements from the periodic table: cesium, indium, rubidium, and thallium. The question is this. An interesting funda or thought connects the names of these 4 chemical elements. And the funda is that they were all named after a certain quality of their spectra. It has something to do with how these elements were discovered first. What you have to tell me is what distinguishing characteristic or quality of their respective spectra. Spectra is the plural of spectrum. What distinguishing characteristic or quality of their spectrum was used to name all 4 of these elements? And your time starts now. Think of what the word spectrum means. That should be your biggest clue.
They were all radioactive.
They were named that way because they were all radioactive in their spectra. Not really the answer I'm looking for. We will go to your teammates, Vanshika and Krish.
Sir, it's radioactive spectrum because of the color of radioactive spectrum.
Color of the radioactive spectrum, says Krish. Let's take a look at the answer. Is correct. 1 point to you, New Era. All were named after the color of their spectra because they were all discovered through the process called spectroscopy, which looks at the colors of the spectrum of these elements. In fact, spectrum is a word very closely associated with color. 1 point to New Era. That's a good save by Krish. Let us go back to the captain for now. Ayush, your second question on elementary is this. There is only one country after which 2 elements have been named. And this is how. One of the elements is named from the old Roman name for the country, and the other is named after the current, more famous name that we know the country by. You have to tell me the name of this country, and there is another clue. There is a third element which is named after the capital of this country as well. Very famous country, and the only country to have two elements named after itself.
California.
Ayush says California. California is a good guess, but it's not a country, I'm afraid. It is a state. We will go back to Krish and Vanshika. 15 seconds beginning now. What country am I looking for? Last 8
Is
seconds.
it Japan?
Is it Japan, says Krish. Not Japan, unfortunately, Krish. That's a good guess, a brave attempt by you. We will now go across for a rare steal in today's quiz. Snigdha, Pragya and Akshat from KPS Raipur. 15 seconds beginning now.
Sir, Poland.
You're saying Poland, which would make polonium one of the elements. Close, but it is not Poland. It is a European country. Does anybody, for no points, want to take a second guess? I won't give points, but I'll give you a pat on the back if you get it right. No? Let's show you the answer. This is France, which has two elements, gallium and francium, named after itself. Gallium comes from Gaul, which is the old Roman name for France. Francium, of course, comes from the name France itself, which is the name by which we know the country today. Element which is named after the capital of France is lutetium, which is named after the old name of Paris, which was Lutetia. No points to anybody. For the final time to choose an individual topic for Krishna Public School Raipur, we will go back to their third member, Pragya Chaudhary. Pragya, which of the four remaining topics on the grid would you like to play as your specialized topic?
Cabbage dishes.
Cabbage dishes from food and drinks. Let's open up that box of cabbages and show you your questions. The first of your questions, Pragya, is this. On the left, you will see a very popular salad made out of cabbages. This popular side dish contains mainly finely shredded raw cabbage with a salad dressing or condiment. Commonly used ones are vinaigrette or mayonnaise. The name of this salad arises from a Dutch term meaning cabbage salad, where the first part of the word ultimately derives from the Latin word for cabbage itself. You have to name this salad, and there is a clue. It is an anagram of the letters EU, locals. And your time starts now. If you rearrange the letters in EU locals, you will get the name of this cabbage salad. Very famous salad, which you will find when you go to good restaurants. And your time is up. Pragya, can you give me a guess now?
Pass.
Okay, we will pass to your teammates. 15 seconds beginning now. Who wants to take this?
Sir, Caslow.
I will use my discretion and give it to you. It's coleslaw, which sounds like that. Coleslaw is what I was looking for. Let's show you the answer. Coleslaw, we will accept pronunciation errors as long as it sounds like the right answer, because these are terms which are slightly foreign for all of us. 1 point on the bonus attempt to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Let me go back to Pragya and ask her the second question on cabbage dishes. On the left, you will see a dish made out of cabbages. If you have ever been to good Asian restaurants like a Chinese restaurant or a Korean restaurant, this is a dish that comes like a free salad on your table. Which spicy, pungent vegetable dish, which happens to be the national dish of South Korea, is made by seasoning cabbage or other vegetables with garlic, red chili pepper, ginger, scallions, and anchovy paste? It's a one-word answer, and the hint is it's an anagram of the letters I am thick, and your time starts now.
Answer is kimchi.
Have you ever had the chance to taste kimchi, Pragya?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. I was not sure whether your choice of cabbage dishes would be a good one, considering the fact that the first one had to go to your team. But what a beautiful answer that is. Kimchi, which is the national dish of South Korea. In fact, there's a very interesting tidbit that there is something which social media has tagged as the kimchi war, in which a province of China is claiming that kimchi was in fact invented in China and not South Korea. Somewhat like the Rasgulla war between West Bengal and Odisha, the kimchi war is going on every now and then on social media between the South Koreans and some of the Chinese. 2 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Precious, precious cabbage points picked up by Pragya. For one final time in individual play, let us go across to New Era High School, Patna. Krish, which of the 3 remaining topics would you like to pick as your individual topic?
Sir, I will pick sporting epithet from sports.
Your first question on sporting epithets or nicknames is this. On the left, you will see a very famous football player. The epithet fenomeno, or sometimes o fenomeno, is usually tagged on to the name of this Brazilian footballing legend, partly to tell him apart or distinguish him from another world famous current footballer. This person is retired. We want to distinguish him from another world famous current footballer, so we use the nickname. When he was playing, he was known as R9, and he played for both Barcelona and Real Madrid, as well as AC Milan and Inter. What you have to tell me, Krish, is what 7-letter name does he share with the current footballing great? And your time starts now.
Sir, it is Ronaldo.
Krish says it is Ronaldo. He's not asking me, he's telling me with all the confidence of Ronaldo himself. Let's take a look at the answer. Ronaldo is correct. Ronaldo Nazario is the one from Brazil who is retired, whose nickname is Fenomeno. And of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, the one on the left, is current legend who is also known as Ronaldo. Ronaldo, of course, goes by the nickname CR7 because 7 is his popular number, CR being his initials. And Ronaldo from Brazil went by the number 9. So he was called R9 sometimes. 2 points to New Era High School, Patna. We will go back to the sporting field. On the left, you will see a photograph of Dilip Vengsarkar. The Indian cricketer Dilip Vengsarkar got a certain nickname because of his erect batting stance and military bearing. Bearing meaning his countenance, his personality. He is the only Indian to score century at Lord's in 3 consecutive test matches and was rated world number 1 in batting for 21 months in the Coopers and Lybrand ratings in 1987 to 1989. What you have to tell me, Krish, is what senior military rank was the nickname of Dilip Vengsarkar during his playing days? And your time starts now.
Sir, it will be Colonel.
It should be Colonel, says Krish. And how do you know about his nickname at such a young age, Krish?
Sir, because my grandfather usually used to mention his name along with Sachin Tendulkar as his favorite cricketer.
Along with Sachin Tendulkar, Dilip Vengsarkar is the favorite cricketer of your grandfather. Let's take a look and see if learning at your grandfather's knee has served you well. Colonel is correct. 2 points is what you get from the grid. We are left with the team play segments of specialized topics as well as the mystery boxes. For one last time in the specialized topics, let me go back to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Which of the 2 remaining topics would you like to play as your team play topic?
Yes, rejections.
Let's open up the box of rejections. Which science grade was offered the presidency of Israel in 1952, but turned it down by saying, "I'm deeply moved by the offer from our state of Israel, and at once saddened and ashamed that I cannot accept it." He explained that he could not do it since he was not an Israeli citizen. Your time starts now. Discuss and tell me, who am I talking about?
एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन है क्या?
हाँ, मुझे भी एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन लग रहा है. कहीं तो पढ़ा था कि शायद वो होंगे.
उसको प्रेसिडेंसी ऑफर तो की गई थी किसी कंट्री.
हाँ.
So the final answer is Albert Einstein.
Let's take a look. Albert Einstein is correct. In the photograph, you see him receiving his US citizenship from a judge of the Supreme Court. And since he was a US citizen, he sadly but regrettably turned down the presidency of Israel when it was offered to him in the 1950s. 2 points, KPS. They have made a good start in the team play section. Let us see if they can continue with question number 2. On the left, you will see a great from the world of literature. Who was this who refused the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925? I can forgive Alfred Nobel for inventing dynamite, but only a fiend in human form invented the Nobel Prize. He relented at the behest of his wife in 1926 and accepted the Nobel Prize in Literature as an honor for his native country of Ireland. But he still did not accept the prize money. Your time starts now.
Ireland.
He was very famous for his quick-wittedness, as you can see from that quote.
ये मुझे H.H. मनरो लग रहा है, साकी, पर शायद वो इससे पहले के टाइम के थे.
KPS, your time is up, so you need to give me an answer.
H.H. मनरो कर दो और साकी.
Final answer is H.H. Munro.
Your final answer is H.H. Munro or Saki. Good guess, but not the answer I was looking for. Going across to New Era High School, Patna. 15 seconds beginning now. Discuss and tell me what is your guess going to be.
Sir, George Bernard Shaw.
And do you know him by his image or for any other reason?
Image. It was given in my general knowledge book.
What are the 4 magic words that you have to say before giving out the answer?
Our final answer is George Bernard Shaw.
Let's take a look at the answers. George Bernard Shaw is correct. Author and playwright who composed such beautiful plays as Arms and the Man, Pygmalion, etc., etc. 1 point on the steal to New Era High School, Patna. That brings us to the end of the team play section for Krishna Public School, Raipur. We will go back to the grid. The first question on literature and language coming up now. Which Italian term that translates as in the fresh or in the cool is often used in English to describe a method of dining out in the open air? And the hint is it's a 2-word term. First word is 2 letters. Second word is 6 letters. And it is an anagram of the letters cafes roll. And your time starts now.
I think it will be al fresco.
Yes, I will go with that only.
Sir,
All right.
our final answer is al fresco.
Your final answer is al fresco. Let's take a look at the answer and see if that is worth 2 points. Al fresco it is. Good answer by Krish, coming on the back of that Colonel Dilip Vengsarkar answer earlier in the quiz. 2 points to you. We go back to your topic on Italian terms as team play. Second question coming up now. Derived from the Italian word for scratch, what style of art, typically considered to be vandalism, involves painting or drawing on walls like you see in the image? And your time starts now.
This will be graffiti, I think.
Yeah, it's graffiti. I'm sure about that. Let's go with that. It's graffiti. Our final answer is graffiti.
Your final answer is graffiti, says the team captain. Let's take a look at the answer. Graffiti is correct. Coming from the Italian word for scratch is graffiti. It ultimately comes from the Latin word graphene, which means to write. 2 points. You scratch yourself 2 points on that wall, which is the scoreboard. The team from Krishna Public School, Raipur, is on 10 points. Leading at this stage is the team from New Era High School, Patna, who have scored 13 points. We will now go back to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Quickly discuss and tell me which mystery box would you like to play?
So we will choose first one.
The first one, all right? Let us open up mystery box 1 for Krishna Public School, Raipur. The first of your team play questions from the mystery box coming up now. Created in 2005 by Mikhail Dronov and Alexander Taryatinov to celebrate the 400th birth anniversary of the artist Rembrandt van Rijn. This sculpture in Amsterdam is a recreation of which world-famous painting, which you will see on view at the Rijksmuseum in the same city of Amsterdam?
नहीं, मुझे इसका नहीं पता है. ये वाला कोई तो soldiers से related है.
It
आपको
is
कोई
one of
idea?
the famous paintings in the world.
Renaissance है क्या?
मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं है सर.
कुछ Renaissance period से related है क्या?
Time is up. Do you want to take a guess as to the name of the painting?
Renaissance बोल दो.
Final answer is Renaissance.
Final answer is Renaissance or Renaissance. It was a period of art and not the name of a painting. Let's see if, for no points, New Era High School has a guess. New Era, any guess as to the name of the painting? No? All right. We will go across to the answer and see which world famous painting this was. This is a painting called The Night Watch by Rembrandt, one of the most famous paintings in the world. It's a huge painting and it shows the members of the Night Watch, or the people who used to guard the city at night, marching through the streets. When you get the time, do look it up on the internet and it will add a little bit of art to your lives. For the moment, let us go back to the second question from the mystery box for KPS. Which term is used to designate or call or name the period of obscurity? And that is a clue. The period of obscurity in the West between the fall of the Roman Empire and the High Middle Ages. There is a hint. The text in italics, period of obscurity, is a clue. And the answer term is the blank blank, where the blanks are an anagram of the letters a scared G. And your time starts now.
क्या लग रहा है? कुछ gas cut करके कुछ है क्या?
When something is obscure, when something is not clear, what do we use to call it?
Discouraged.
Last 3 seconds. All right. Give me a 2-word answer. The blank blank, by rearranging the letters. A scared.
कोई भी answer नहीं.
Sir, desk there.
Desk there. All right. That would not be obscure. New Era Patna. Any guess as to what this could be?
Sir, the dark
It will be dark ages.
It should be dark ages, because dark is often used for something that is not clear, that is obscure. Let's take a look at the answer. Dark ages is correct. When something is not clear, we say it is very dark. No points, but a good answer from Patna all the same. Let us go back to Krishna Public School, Raipur. The third question. On the left, you will see a map of the Mediterranean area where there is something circled in red and the name is blanked out by a red box. Which island nation located in the Mediterranean Sea became independent in 1960, though the island on which it is located is split between this country and the country of Turkey? And your time starts now.
Mediterranean. कोई idea?
You can see that there is a text there which says Nicosia on that island. I want the name of that island, which is also the name of a country.
Qatar.
Sir, our final answer is Qatar.
Your final answer is Qatar. Qatar would be a little farther away in the Middle East, not Qatar. New Era Patna. Any guesses as to the name of this country and island?
Sir, Madagascar.
Madagascar. That's a nice guess, but Madagascar is a little down south.
My guess will be Cyprus.
All right, let's take a look at the answer. Cyprus is correct. Cyprus is divided into the country of Cyprus and the country of Turkey. Nicosia and Limassol are the two capitals in those divided parts. No points to anybody. In fact, if you see the flag of Cyprus, it is one of the few countries in the world which has got a map of itself on the flag. That brings us to the end of all 3 topics in the mystery box for Krishna Public School, Raipur. We will go across to their opponents, New Era High School, Patna, opening up mystery box number 2 to be played by New Era High School, Patna. Beginning with question number 1, here it comes. You will see an image of a very famous place in South India. Located some 44 kilometers from Madikeri, Tal Kaveri, sometimes also called Talakaveri, is a much visited place that is considered the origin or birthplace of the Kaveri River. What you have to tell me is which state in India does Tal Kaveri lie? And your time starts now.
Any idea, anyone?
It will be in Karnataka, I think.
I will go with Karnataka.
So our final answer is Karnataka.
Your final answer is Karnataka, says the team from Bihar. Let's take a look at Karnataka is correct. If you can see that small green circle is where Talakaveri is located in the state of Karnataka, and then a major part of it flows in the state of Tamil Nadu and goes down to the sea as well. 2 points to New Era Patna. Let us show you the second of your questions from the mystery box. The word Eskimo for the people who inhabit parts of Alaska, Canada, Greenland has come to be considered offensive since it means eaters of raw meat. So it has been replaced by what 5-letter word, which is now the correct way to address these people? And your time starts now.
Igloo is the place.
I will. I will suggest it will be Inuit.
What?
It will be Inuit or INIUT. Sir, our final answer will be Inuit.
Your final answer will be Inuit, says Krish. And any idea where you would have come across this word? How do you walk us through? How do you know this answer?
Sir, actually in class 6 SST we were reading out Greenland and all, and in that it was.
All right. In Greenland, which is the parts of Alaska, Canada, and Greenland, you happen to have read about the Inuits, who are perhaps what the Eskimos are now referred to as. Let's take a look at the answer. Inuit is correct. That's a good guess by Krish, remembering his 6th standard days. 2 more points to Patna. Let us show you the final question, the third question from your mystery box coming up now. On your left, you will see a sports team. New Zealand defeated France in the final of the 1987 Rugby World Cup, the year in which the Rugby World Cup began. What is the nickname of New Zealand's formidable national rugby team, which you see on the left? And your time starts now. There is a big clue in the picture.
It will be All Blacks.
Good. Our final answer is All Black.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. I heard the team captain say our final answer is All Blacks. And since we have a little bit of time on the clock, I would really love to know what makes you say All Blacks.
Because they are in black color, that's it.
And Krish, since you were the one who came up with that answer, why All Blacks?
Yeah, because I will like a rugby fan along with cricket and football.
And you happen to know that the New Zealand team always wears black. And see if you get points. All Blacks is correct. That is what they are called, the New Zealand squad, the men's team which plays rugby for New Zealand, because their traditional uniforms are fully black. So they are called the All Blacks. In fact, the word black or blacks is a very prominent part of the nicknames of many New Zealand sports teams. We saw a battle royale today between Krishna Public School Raipur and New Era High School Gyanchak Patna. Finishing with 10 points is the team from Krishna Public School Raipur. New Era High School Patna finish with 19 points and win today's quiz. A big round of congratulations and kudos to the team from New Era High School Gyanchak Patna. Congratulations on your victory. We will see you in the subsequent rounds of Smartacus 2022.